Welcome back to the LA Poker Classic main event, day 5. Apologies for having the stream down. There's some serious technical difficulties going on. I think we've got them all ironed out. V-Rob on the mic with my friend Who Jedi. Just so you know, Jedi, your battery on your mouse is getting low. You're going to be moving around. It's just going to stop working. We're down to the final 17 players here at the LA Poker Classic. We are downstairs in the tournament room, playing down to the final 6. We'll be on the TV set tomorrow at 4 p.m.
Hey, you've missed absolutely nothing since we've been gone. We
missed something. There's been some action, but nobody's been eliminated.
No double ups, no anything like that. So it's
looks like there's a big hand here. Try to fix your flop cam for you on break. Looks like we got it a little bit better. Not fantastic, but
that was an all-in by Danny Ferns there first, and Andrew Whitaker made the call there. Can we turn the background?
Sure.
All right, and Andrew Whitaker made the call. Didn't see the hands, but looks like Danny has won that pot. Andrew is going to be very short-stacked here. Can't quite. Let me go over and get a count on him real quick. 8-game mix has started just to our right here.
And by started, you mean restarted.
Restarted.
I think that flop camera, I'm getting a little bit zoomed in for you. We'll see when we get a board out there. Hopefully we'll be able to read it a little bit better than before. It's a little shaky because it's sitting on top of the table that Who Jedi and I are working on, so apologies for that. This is the best setup we can get you with an hour to go before the tournament today.
As we just said in that last hand to Danny, Foles moved all in. Andrew Whitaker called. Didn't catch the cards. We were away from the table, but Danny did win that pot.
I did pop it up quick enough, so hopefully you guys caught it at home.
Yeah, Andrew Whitaker's down to 150,000 here with the blinds at 24,000. So he's down to less than 10 big blinds here. Definitely our short stack of the two tables.
Squeaky having a really good day. He started out really short, and he's doubled up, I think, twice now.
Yep.
Much to some of the Rails' chagrin.
Yeah. Not a whole lot of Squeaky fans around here.
Saying yesterday, it's like completely polarized. You either love him or you hate him. There's nothing in between. I've never seen that from a person before.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anybody go, either way. I'm going to pull up the chat here so I can see what you guys are talking about. If you have any questions for us, we'd love to answer them.
Anything going on at the outer tables? Nothing. Who doubled up? Danny. Got a big bet out of the far table here.
You have no idea how many times I hit Control-Alt-Delete to get this working. The Control-Alt-Delete keys are burnt out now.
Looks like Toby Lewis has a big bet in the middle here. I'm going to go over and check this out real quick. Be right back. All right, we had a big bet there on the river by Toby Lewis, our start of day 5 chip leader. Bruce Kramer was the player involved in that pot. He did fold. Toby bet about $500,000 there in the end, basically putting Bruce all in. Bruce showed a 3. There was a 3 on the flop and folded.
Back on. Sam, I would like a burrito. Is my burrito here, Sam? Tim Turn. How are you doing today? Welcome Tim Turn to the microphone.
Hey folks.
How you doing today?
Pretty good.
I read your write-up, your recap of yesterday.
What'd you think?
I read your recap of yesterday. No, it summarized it quite nicely. The only thing I didn't like is there was like no hands in there. I like to see a couple hands.
I understand. It's a little bit difficult, even sitting there watching the live stream.
Right.
To
I understand.
walk the floor.
I'm pretty picky. I'm pretty picky on what I like, and my write-ups are I hate them too.
I understand, but like the final table recap.
Yeah, that of course more hands.
It's
Yeah,
gonna be beautiful.
I actually I was doing recaps at World Series Circuit South Africa, and mine were like all hands. But there's like no color. I'm not good at color. I'm not good at so I'm typing a little bit about what the person's all about. This guy's married with 2 kids, but not what I want to read, so it's hard for me to write it.
Exactly.
Everybody's got their own style, though.
Of course. Otherwise, it would be incredibly boring.
Wow, what is going on in the chat room? What are you guys talking about over there? Nothing too much. Kind of a slow day so far.
It is. We've only lost 1 player.
Yeah, we've had a couple big pots. Do you see that the David Tuthill hand? He said he tweeted that he had aces. That's amazing.
It is pretty amazing.
I just chatted with him on the break. He said he feels like he's free running the tournament now because he was planning on check shoving the flop and he should be out. So he's here on a free roll. He's had a pretty good run so far.
Yeah, it's been a pretty good one.
Coming off a win from the circuit.
Yeah,
It's interesting. I don't know how well you know David. I'm friends with him, and he didn't quit poker, but he's gone back to school, and he's kind of doing the Galen Hall thing. Let me play when I can.
Mm-hmm.
So he played a World Series circuit, won it. Then he stopped by here, made a deep run. Now he's missing classes today. He's missing classes yesterday. What day is today?
Today is Wednesday.
Yeah, so he's missing classes. He thought he was going to be back, on Monday. And here he is making a deep run. And now at this point, he's thinking about just throwing away the whole semester and going for POI.
Wow.
I mean, depending on how far he goes in this tournament, he wants to make a run for it. He's going to go to Bay 101. It's interesting how everything can change with 2 deep runs in a tournament, a win and a deep run, and boom, all of a sudden you're back to playing professional poker for the year.
That was quite a field for that circuit event. I know it's only a 1,600 event, but it was in Las Vegas. It got all the local pros.
How big was it?
I think he won.
I know he won. He said 220 was what he won.
Yeah, 220.
But I don't know how many. I don't know how many runners that is.
Just over 700.
That's
I think.
sick.
Yeah.
That's a good time to win.
Absolutely.
And he said that all the pros pretty much busted out before the final table. He said the final table, was definitely easier than he expected it to be, which is always nice. I mean, that field, when they come to Vegas for a circuit event, I usually just pass on those because, you know all the regulars are going to be there.
Yeah, if you look at the list of the winners, it was kind of ridiculous. You had like Tim West winning an event.
Yeah, well, I remember when Heartland Poker Tour came into Vegas and played the Palms, it was like the most disgusting final table ever for a 1K or 1,500. I'm like, I'm so happy I was not in Vegas to play that event.
Didn't David make that final table too?
Did he?
I feel like
the one like about a year ago.
I feel like he made one of those HPT.
I don't think he did.
No,
I'm gonna say no. What player did you just name?
I thought
You said another player.
Tim West.
Tim West. Yeah, I think Tim West. Let's see. I don't know. It all runs together after a certain point. You cover so many tournaments. I just know there was one HPT in specific at Palms that was like just the most out of control final table ever. It looked like a 10K final table.
No, I thought David had made that.
Possibly.
That HPT final table was.
Pretty sure he didn't because we were talking yesterday and I was ribbing him that he's never going to win a Heartland Poker Tour. I said you can't be done. No HPTs on his handed him on page. How's that burrito coming, Sam? Burrito. The burrito you're going to bring me so I can continue to do the live broadcast. And he's making a face. No? For the shot.
What we are offering, V-Rob, actually is the employee buffet.
Oh, okay.
Complimentary of the Commerce Casino.
Wow, that's very kind of you guys.
I think we have stewed pork and salad bar.
Sounds delicious.
We might have some kielbasa.
From what like is it like what kind of vintage, like 2010 kielbasa?
Every day we make fresh kielbasa.
All right. Nothing like some Commerce kielbasa. It's pretty loud in here. What goes on in this room normally, Sam? Tell us about. We're downstairs. We're not in the ballroom.
Right, because we're setting up the set for the World Poker Tour taping tomorrow.
Right.
We're down.
How many tables do you have here on this side of the casino?
In this particular side of the casino, we have 146 of our 243 tables.
And what do you run down here on these tables?
It's normally our lower limits, but we can run we run anything from a 2-4 limit hold'em all the way up to our $500 buy-in no limit games.
So what's the biggest game that usually runs in this room?
Definitely would be the $500 no limit game.
500.
Right. I mean.
And the other room is the high limit area where all the big players play.
Anything higher than that, you're going to be playing in there.
Is there a back room somewhere where the really big games happen?
We do have a VIP.
Do you really?
And we have our nosebleed games.
Wow. I don't think I've ever seen the VIP room here.
You're not a VIP.
Well, I know, but I'm a P.
You are a V.
I'm a V. I'm a VP. I'm a V-Rob person. I might not be a P, actually, if you think about it. I'm kind of, yeah.
Well, did you tell our viewers that the 8-game mix is still going?
We restarted. We told them about Brian Brubaker, our overnight chip leader.
Overnight chip leader. Still some
got
notable
Chad
names.
Brown. We got
Amnon Felipe. Mike Lee.
Jonathan Duhamel, third in chips.
Duhamel.
And Jonathan Duhamel played this tournament to work on his mix game.
He actually was playing a horse live game. I think it was a 2040 horse game.
Yeah.
Just a couple days ago, just learning the game.
Yeah. He said, I'm going to play this to get some practice. And he bought in, I think he was probably the last registrant.
Yes, one of the last registrants.
And here he is, third in chips. So doing something right. It's interesting to see the former World Series of Poker champions, how they fare in the poker world after they win. And he's one of those players that has proved himself. When he first won, I was like, this kid, he's just, won a standard luck box, wins the main event. But he's come back and he's won a ton of events, and now he's, doing good in the mixed games. It wasn't just a fluke, I guess. I got to give him credit.
Yeah, he's definitely becoming a more well-rounded player.
Yeah, he's no Varconi.
He's no Varconi. Wow.
I was trying to think of who I could insult out of the past winners, but I gotta go back to not make sure I don't run into them in the future. Robert Varconi has no idea who I am and has never heard the word V-Rob yet. Now he has. Sorry, Robert.
So you didn't want to say any of the more recent winners?
No.
No.
Like who?
One comes to mind.
One comes to mind. Nobody's coming to mind. Who's it? I'm trying to think of somebody who's luck sacked their way into a World Series win. But I like him.
I like Jerry Yang.
He knows who I am.
I like
Jerry Yang's the
Jerry,
best.
I mean, you're a great guy. You were lucky.
But see, he was lucky. But see, the thing is, I don't think Jerry Yang goes around with the assumption that he's like the best poker
he
player,
doesn't.
which is awesome. If you
Yeah.
if you know that you won this tournament and you like to play poker and that's it, that's great. And Jerry, I think he knows that. I don't think he's like walking around. I mean, he doesn't play this circuit. He doesn't try to prove himself. He plays a handful of tournaments a year. I mean, I don't even know what tournaments did he play. He played the main event.
Plays the main event.
Does he play Bay 101?
He does play Bay 101.
Because he's from that area, right?
Yeah, he's a little bit more south. I think he's Stockton or...
I know he owns a sushi restaurant somewhere in the Bay Area.
Yeah, somewhere in the Central Coast. What about Joe Cata?
Joe Cata comes from the internet world, from what I understand. Well, I don't know. Tim, do you know what he's done since the main event?
Unfortunately, he had an incident a few years ago. If you may or may not remember, he lost a good chunk of his main event winnings because they were stolen. He had a checkbook stolen.
Oh, I don't hear about this.
Yeah, and he lost quite a bit of money. His best friend, like a friend of his best friend, stole his checkbook and actually managed to take quite a bit of money.
Hold on here. It looks like we have an all in here.
Oh wow.
Ace 6.
And it looks like
Hits a pair of sixes. I'm not sure what the other guy had.
Andrew Whitaker is going to be our 17th place finisher here.
Wow.
Just like that.
I wish I would have seen his other hand. Ace 6 hit a pair of sixes, so could have been pretty brutal. Could have been like ace queen.
Yep.
We have an awful view of the table. We can see about as much as you guys can at home here.
Yes, it is an unfortunate consequence of the current setup that we have.
But I was telling him it's pretty standard with WPTs. They build the set, and usually, depending on the casino, you don't have a lot of room, so got to build it somewhere. And usually, the final two tables get shoved somewhere in a corner. I believe 2 years ago, we were upstairs in the ballroom, and we were in the corner of the ballroom, but they were building the set, so there's like jackhammers and chainsaws, and I don't even know what was going on. It was very disruptive, so this move downstairs is much better now. The players can play and be in a little more solitude and not to be dealing with all the noise of the set being constructed. Definitely an improvement. But anyway, tell me about this checkbook.
Okay, so yeah.
Joe Cata
So Joe Cata
wins the main event.
He wins the main event. Well, obviously, he was put in by Facts and Sheets.
Right.
That was a pretty prominent part of the broadcast
Right.
that year. So
They put in like half the main event, I think, that year.
Yeah, pretty much. Anyway, yeah. So he lost quite a bit of his money, and he kind of he stepped away from poker for quite some time. But
I haven't had any.
just recently, he started playing quite a bit.
Well, I know he's the one that had a bar. He bought a bar and had Joe Cata's bar, and then they got shut down for illegally running games or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
So
but
seems like being Joe Cata is very volatile.
Yeah.
I feel like Joe had the exactly what would happen to me if I won the main event. I would just lose all motivation. How can you play another tournament? You've won the most money you can win in one tournament. Other than playing the main event every year, how can you really be motivated by like a 1K where you can win like 50K? You just won $8 million. It's like I don't know how Duhamel does it. He just keeps grinding and grinding. Same thing. Like I know Joseph Chong didn't win the main event, but he's another guy. He just keeps going. He won how many millions of dollars? How can you get excited about playing a $500 event? And yet they still do. It's impressive.
Yeah, it's a love for the game. I mean, once you reach that level, you feel like you have such a tremendous edge on most fields in most tournaments.
Fair enough. I just feel like you've reached the peak, and like there's nowhere to go. All you can do, I mean, I guess you can prove yourself, and so we can have this conversation now and say, wow, he actually is good at poker. But other than that, it's like you can't. I mean, you're not going to win 2 main events.
Not in the modern era. No.
That would be something that would be talked about forever. Somebody could pull that one off. I think the closest we've had to that was probably Greg Raymer, who followed up with a 22nd place, something like that, 23rd.
Yeah, we have, back-to-back final tables by Dan Harrington.
Oh, that's true. Fair enough. I don't know if that's. I guess you could say that's modern era. It's really close to not being modern era.
Yeah, it was right.
Yeah.
I think it's half and half. Like the first one wasn't quite,
Yeah.
and then the second one was.
The second one still wasn't 8,000 players, 7,000 players. I think it was like 2,500.
Yeah, 24, 25.
Something
I
like
think
that.
you might be right.
But yeah, you're right. Dan Harrington did come pretty close.
Dennis Phillips made a deep run after he finished
Did he really?
third. Yeah, I think he.
How deep?
It was
Yeah.
well into the tournament, like day 5, day 6 at least.
I really wish Greg Raymer did not get sucked out on the hand that he busted the next year, because it would have been really interesting to see how far he could have gone.
Absolutely.
That was a pretty devastating card. I think he had, if I remember correctly, he had pocket kings and was up against Aaron Cantor.
Pocket 5s or something like that.
All I know is that Aaron Cantor was bluffing with like a gut shot or an open-ended straight draw or something. I got it was like a pretty bad beat, so I think it was he like had a gut shot and got it in. I think it was no, he didn't even have. It's like 4, 5, 6, 8 was the board. What's that? 7, 5 of hearts. What was the board? Oh, I just remember they got it in on the turn, and it was a 1-card straight on there, and Aaron Cantor was trying to bluff Raymer off his hand, and Raymer did not buy it, even with a 4-card straight on board, if memory serves. And he made a great call, and then he hit whatever miracle card he needed to make 2 pair or a straight or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember exactly the details, but it was pretty brutal. and it was very ominous because Greg Raymer goes, "This would be a bad time to get unlucky." And I think he kind of felt like it was coming because the way he said it too, it was like, "This would be a bad time to be unlucky," and then sure enough, that was the time. Poker, gotta love it.
Of course.
It's all skill.
Play well for 6 days in a row and
take one bad beat.
Yep. All for naught.
Yeah. Well, not for naught. He 22nd place. I'm sure paid fairly well. I wouldn't be complaining too much a couple years later when the beat didn't sting anymore.
It's true. The money would definitely cushion the blow.
King versus 7-5. Busted flop with nada. Picked up flush draw only
on the turn. Runner.
And Greg ended up taking. Let's see how much he made that year.
If I remember correctly, it was actually still fairly flat.
What year was that?
2005 would be the year after he won.
2005. So he won 2004. That sounds right. Okay. And then he got 25th place for $304,000.
It's not bad.
Not bad. Not bad the year after you win the main event for $5 million. $300,000 is a chunk. But what a tear he's been on lately. 3 HPTs in a row this year that he won.
4 total.
4, oh, yeah, look at that. 4 in 2012. That's insane. That's just... How? How is that possible? You can win 1, no problem. Then you go and you win 2, and you're like, okay, well, you can do that. And then you win 3, and I was like, I don't understand how you win 3, like, you know, in sequential months. And then 4 is just, like, ridiculous. Tournaments are not easy to win. I mean,
no,
you need to play well, but you need lots of luck.
Yeah, especially in a field filled with so many amateurs. You know, to wade through that three straight times,
and then do it again.
And then you know,
July, September, October, November. That's insane. Just crazy. And I was at the first one that he won was Albuquerque, New Mexico. I actually flew out and was playing that one, and yeah, he was there. He was chatting. He was having a good time, and I was like, "Oh, that's cool." He's the new. I think he was endorsed or
ambassador.
And so he was out there. And I was like, "That's cool. I like him for that series." And then he just was like, "Boom, boom, boom, boom," and win all of them.
It makes you wonder what was going wrong in August for him.
Yeah, seriously, what happened, man? He was playing. He played the river. He didn't play an HPT. He's got a cashier and a $300 re-entry. He got 35th place, but if it's not HPT, you can't close it out. It's like professional HPT player, just don't play anything else ever. Raymer also got 3rd in the 40K buy-in for $775,000. HPT is still around. It's still going strong. It's in its like, what is it, 9th season?
Yeah, I believe they're starting out the 9th season. It went through some big changes. The televised final tables are going to be 9-handed now. Added Maria Ho to the broadcast booth. They even had Daniel Negreanu come in and fix up their structures.
Right in the front page, new HPT structure designed by Daniel Negreanu.
I know. I've been seeing on that.
They're trying to do big things, and they've survived a lot of crazy things,
And
especially everything with Epic, and they made it through.
And it's good that they worked in the structure because they did have some problems before. When I won my HPT, I remember it was a really fast structure. I mean, there was not a lot of room for play.
I mean,
That's the only reason I won. The only reason I won. I talk about it all the time. No problem. So yeah, they're going to Colorado. I'm sorry, they went to Colorado already. Their next event, they're going to Iowa Prairie Meadows Racetrack Casino Hotel. Interesting.
They hit a lot of these smaller card rooms that the major tours don't go to, and they get some nice turnouts.
I tell you, I like playing them just because it's like just off the beaten path, something a little different. Sometimes you're in some crazy little towns. I played one at Mount Pleasant where I had to rent a car and drive an hour and a half, but the casino was really nice too. And it's like you see these casinos in the middle of nowhere, and it's like they make them pretty nice because there's nothing else to do around there.
And they'll pretty much go anywhere in the country, which is unique for a tour that's a little bit smaller than your average one.
Right.
Like all over the Midwest, Colorado. They go down to Florida.
LAPC also now in Florida.
Yes, quite a bit. They have a televised event coming up.
There's 2 events a year, right?
Yeah, I believe one in Jacksonville and one
Best
in
Bet, right?
Yeah, and then one in Hollywood, Florida.
What's that one?
Outside of Miami. That's a Seminole Hard Rock.
Okay. Jay's leaving his food unguarded. It's just dangerous, man. I'm about to just chomp down on all that.
Oh, he's back.
No, he's not. He's not really so back. He's half back.
I feel like he's had an eye on it. He knows better. Oh, he caught you. Oh, no. Yeah, they don't really give you a ton of fries with those. I can see why
they don't really give me Maria Ho in the building. We were just talking about her, and now she walks up. She heard you talking about her. That's insane.
It is crazy.
Jay, your fries are delicious. Thanks so much, buddy. Your fries are delicious. Thank you.
Stop eating my fries.
Well, don't put fries in front of me and then walk away. They're in front of me. Here's me. That's in front of me. I didn't say right in front of me.
Stay off my fries.
Listen, come hang out and do the broadcast so I can go eat, and then everybody's happy. I'm going to actually hand you back over, Jake, and take over the mic so I can go grab some food myself because I'm pretty hungry.
All right, yeah. Okay. Rob's trying to put 2 microphones in front of my face. That'd be a little bit of a strange echo. Yeah, we're mostly.
Should I pull Maria Ho over? No, she's saying hello. She's being social. Who can I pull in here to come talk? Get Maria on the stream. Yeah, I could, but she just walked in the building. She's talking around and saying hello to everybody. So once she gets accustomed, we'll see if we can grab her over here and chat with her.
Yeah, for now, we'll let you guys watch the tournament a little bit. We'll poke our heads in if big hands happen in here. And looks like the WPT cameras are circling around one of the outer tables. Oh, Squeaky's on.
All in on the secondary table. Jay Needham's over there checking it out, seeing what's going on.
Looks like he won.
So we have an elimination. Jay's coming back to tell us what's going on. Squeaky has been eliminated from this tournament in 16th place.
Yes, Michael Winnett, our 16th place finisher. He's
Get
going.
that clock. Wow. That was way less vocal than I expected it to be.
Yep. Yes, there are now 15 players left. We've lost 2 players so far this level. Not quite halfway through level 24 with blinds of 12 and 24,000. 4,000 ante, as you can clearly read on the bottom of your screen. Rob's definitely right. It was a very subdued exit for Michael Winnett. Not in line with his behavior for the rest of the week. But going to be a lot quieter in this room for the rest of the day. That's for sure.
Yeah, I like those.
So our feature table is currently 8-handed, and outer table 7-handed now, with just 15 players left in the 2013 WPT LA Poker Classic main event. I'm going to step aside for a moment. Jay and Rob are also out on the floor, either doing work or potentially getting some food. We're just going to let you guys enjoy the broadcast. If there's anything going wrong, oh wait, we have an all-in before we head out here. Looks like Naoya Kahara, the Team Poker Stars Online Pro, has shoved all in on Paul Volpe on a turn of an 8 of diamonds, 5 of clubs, 4 diamonds, 3 of hearts board. There's quite a bit of money already in the pot. And Paul is thinking over his options here. Looks like Naya's bet is an additional 500,000, almost exactly. A 501. Paul's going to fold, and now he's going to pick up a massive pot here. It's going to be 1.2, 1.3 million. It's a massive chip up. Going to leave you in the very capable hands of Who Jedi. He's just finishing up his grilled cheese. He'll be with you in a few minutes. Until then, I am Tim Fioravanti of Bluff Magazine, and you are watching the live stream for the 2013 WPT LA Poker Classic main event.
movies. You sit through, I don't know, 27 hours of Steel Magnolia, and you expect some sort of finish. Nothing.
Try to go police something with your heads up on K2K. My rules are never hide on live. Yeah. Like, you're like transcendent. I used to do that. Thank you. No, you got to be Believe me, me and my therapist are working on it. What's this? Good news, now that I outlasted my jet, I can start wheeling. Yeah. Yeah, now that he outlasted it. Yeah, then I outlasted it. I like how he was going to fly in everybody from your high school that used to beat him up. No, he said he was going to fly in like these guys. Yeah, he was naming all the time. You had that phones on. He was like, hey, I'm flying this guy, and this guy, and this guy. I'm like, yeah, I'm sure. They were tight. You gotta find people that like it.
Yeah. It's going to be an empty plane. I think they're going to need a smaller boat. Yep. Yeah, exactly. We're going to need a smaller boat. I don't know. Well, 7. Probably open now, but hold on.
Wait. 1 second. Okay. He's got one change coming, so we'll leave it.
Did we have dealer roulette there? What, and they missed it? Remind me to turn my volume down just a little bit on my phone. That is pretty loud, but that's all right. Got in the right place now. All right, you are watching Day 5 of the $10,000 buy-in LA Poker Classic main event. I am Who Jedi. There are 15 players remaining. 18 started today. 517 started this event. All players are now guaranteed at least $57,570. What?
You ever sweat a river card before? It's a 3 across.
Wow, it's like a literal sweat.
Eight of spades.
I don't know. All right, we have lost 3 players today. Thank you. 3 players we have lost today. 18th place, Blake Bruce. 17th place, Andrew Whitaker. And 16th place, Michael Winnett. Those 3 players all take home $49,630. We apologize for the background noise. We are downstairs today. In case you guys haven't been on LAPCnews.com, we got the complete seating assignment here from this featured table. You can go to LAPCnews.com and see that. The only person who's been eliminated here from our featured table is Andrew Whitaker. The other 2 players have been from the other table. Yes, Squeaky has been eliminated.
Little commerce trivia for you. What was this steakhouse called?
Well, there's been a couple in there.
There's been a couple places. Okay, so right now there's a Chinese place or something like that?
Wood Dragon.
And then before that, it was the Manhattan Deli.
Right.
And then before that, it was the steakhouse.
And it was good because they had pretzel bread.
Good. I thought it was really good. They had really nice bread. Sam Q. Apparently being told David Tuthill. He's got all the chips in the middle. Looks like he's doubled up.
David Tuthill all in on the outer table.
No, wait. It looks like, yep, they're paying him off, so he has doubled up.
Can we see who's doubled through there? Tim Turn's over there. We'll ask Tim Turn.
Who do you double through?
Ben? All right, looks.
Sorry, I didn't see the hands, but yeah, David was actually pretty short stacked. He was hovering right around 250, 300,000, but just doubled through Ben. So he's got about 600, 650 now.
Thank you, Tim Turn. Ben Zamini over there in the other table in the 2 seats. Was the player he doubled through. Samoni. Zamoni or Zamani? I do care. I'll actually just call him Ben. That way I can't mess it up. But always to err on the side of caution. Zamoni. They have a little more room than you think. They someone mentioned in the chat that players look like they have 0 room to move. There's a little, there's more space back there than it looks. A row of flush girls were back there walking before, so it's a little deceptive. We didn't see, Tim Turner was over by the table. He didn't see the hand on what happened. But
Wow, Jay, I just went over to grab a napkin and walked by the 8 game.
right.
Okay, so this is the table that's over there. It's Mike Leah in the 1 seat, in the 2 seat Brian Brubaker, in the 3 seat Chad Brown,
Right.
seat 4 Amnon Felipe, seat 5 Jonathan Duhamel, and seat 6 John Raciner.
That's pretty solid.
That's
Did
insane.
you see Bruce's tweet from a few minutes ago?
No, I didn't.
Let me find it here.
Did you?
Yeah, just lost a huge pot in PLO to at Jonathan Duhamel with ace XX spade to ace XX diamond spade double suited, all in pre-flop. He sure knows how to crack aces. Right, McMado poker.
It was aces against aces pre-flop.
Aces against aces pre.
In which
PLO.
game?
PLO. So
Wow,
looks like
what a ridiculous table.
and Duhamel was 3rd in chips coming in today, so I have to think he has taken over the chip lead.
Yeah.
We'll get a check on that later.
I mean, that's like every notable that was in the field coming back today. So the other table has to be just everybody else. That's insane. Sam, do you see that table? This table over here of the 8 game mix, and then it's like all the notables are at one table, and then a bunch of other guys that we don't know. You don't usually see that. Usually you see them spread out around the room.
Yeah, that is a
That's a tough table.
that is definitely a tough table.
Right now, in each of their minds, they're thinking, "I can't wait for the game to be X because I'm better at these guys than at this game."
So let's run through who's at the other table.
Okay.
So this is your other table.
Well, you know who's left?
Ron Feltinsky,
Okay.
Ronald Israel F.
Yeah.
I'm going to butcher these
You don't
names.
know him?
No.
Ronald Islayev.
Michael Lemkin. I know Michael Lemkin.
Okay.
Nicholas Verakic.
Okay.
Verkijk.
Yeah.
Burkite.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
These names. David Moskowitz and Brandon Gus. Meanwhile,
we've heard of him, right?
yeah. Meanwhile, on the other table, Brian Brubaker, Jonathan Duhamel, Michael E.,
It's insane.
John Raciner, Chad Brown, Amnon Phillips. Wow.
So, which game of those 6 players can you name what their best game probably is?
Wow, because it's 8 game.
Right. What are the other 3? What are the other 3? Sam, can you get on the mic and tell us the other 3 games? It's obviously horse, plus.
Obviously a horse, and then we throw in no limit hold'em,
Okay.
hot limit Omaha, and deuce to 7 triple draw.
And how do you decide which games get thrown in the mix when you set the schedule?
I mean, when we decided to do 8 game mix, obviously we talked with other tournament directors, including the World Series of Poker, regarding what they believe should be in the 8 game mix. And
It's tough. I mean, when you say 8 game mix, you don't know which the 8 games are, or maybe I just don't know. But like 10 game, you can usually narrow it down because you have all the other games. But 8 game, really, it's like you don't know which 3 of the 5 you're going to get.
Right. But
I mean, like
actually, most 8 games nowadays,
they're
are
no
going
limit.
to have no limit in PLO and
is that
triple
is
draw.
that the order as well? It goes horse and then no limit PLO triple draw.
What we do is actually triple draw, then horse, then no limit hold'em, and then PLO. And only the reason for that is triple draw, being that it is a limit game. We with blinds, we put them with the limit hold'em and the limit Omaha.
That makes sense. Interesting. Thank you.
No problem.
Go back to eating your goat cheese.
Back to Jay.
I always find that kind of stuff interesting, hearing how decisions are made before the tournaments start.
Right.
You know, it's amazing how much planning probably goes into putting the LAPC together.
Oh, for sure, more than people ever know.
Sam, I know you're mid-bite, but how early do you guys start planning the LAPC and really like setting the schedule, making the structures? I know you're thinking about it through like this season. You're already thinking about what's going on next year.
Thinking about it right now, actually, but we probably don't finalize the structure till right after the World Series of Poker's ending.
Yep.
We also like to listen to what players' reactions and their feelings on some of the things that the World Series introduces, and if they like certain things, they don't like certain things, that it does influence our LAPC schedule.
Right.
Cool. All right.
Thanks, Sam.
Squeaky there to talk to Sam Quintos.
Yeah, we'll pull the mic away. We got Jay listening into the conversation, trying to hear what Sam and Squeaky are talking about.
Yeah, do you want any of this?
Let me help you out there, Jay. We got Squeaky asking Sam something. I know. So you can hear. I know. Give it to you back. All right. I was trying to let you hear what's going on around you.
Gotcha.
I just turned on the headphones.
Gotcha.
Magical board.
Interesting situation, but not sure.
Nah.
Not sure I should
No?
discuss it on
Okay.
here. So.
Does that have to do with the 1080 forms, or whatever it is, 5262?
Well, hang on a second. We'll get to this topic there. Or not.
I love it.
In the meantime, but it looks like Jeremy Osmus has moved all in here at our featured table. Let's see who the action is on here. As B-Rob gets up to check the action.
It's what's his name, Jay? The guy just to the right.
Nayo Kihara.
There you go. Paul may still have a hand too. I can't see, but he's pulling out his phone, so I'm guessing he's not.
I can tell that Jeremy is 100% all in here.
He's all
do know
in.
that.
I think it's back on your friend. I don't know his name. Looks
Not
like
Paul. Paul doesn't have chips. It definitely looks like it's on Nayara. Action's definitely on Kiara here. He looks agonized over this, as you can see. Well, he's going to call? He is going to call? All right, we're probably not going to be able to see a flop here, but cards. King Jack for Kihara. Ace Queen. Ace Queen for Jeremy Osmus. Let's see what happens here.
Ace Queen holds up.
Ace Queen does hold up. Jeremy Osmus is going to double up here.
Looks like he opened the pot under the gun +2 with King Jack offsuit, and then to his immediate left moved all in. I didn't get a count. Looks like his raise was 52,000, just a little bit more than the minimum.
Okay.
And he was moved all in. I can't imagine it was for too much if he made the call with King Jack. Must have been pretty short, I'm guessing. Let's hear him talk. Something about Ace King. I think he said he was worried about Ace King.
Yeah.
Pretty much if he saw Ace Queen, that's probably the best he could ask for right there.
Yeah. As we said, it was Kiara's King Jack return. Oh, there we go. Yeah, King Jack versus Ace Queen. Jeremy Osmus with the Ace King. Nayara Kihara with the King Jack. Jeremy Osmus will double up. Kiara's still with a nice stack. Looks like he's still well over 1 million chips here.
And the rail is building here at the Commerce Casino. We got about 20, 30 people standing around watching the action here. A couple of airs and cool railbirds enjoying a nice frosty beverage.
Yeah, this rail is growing.
It's growing.
Actually.
Do you like the placement of the sign that I put right behind you to block as much as possible?
I like that.
I put it was over a little bit and I moved it right behind you. Give you a little bit of privacy.
That's very nice of you. Osmus was over $1 million to start the day. He did a double up. Who was it he doubled up? I forget. He doubled up a player. We'll try and get a chip count on Osmus here momentarily.
We got 23 minutes till the break, so we'll get full chip counts going. Thanks to the WPT Live Updates team. They always go around on breaks and get pretty accurate chip counts.
That's right. 8-8 versus Ace-King. That is correct.
I don't even remember that one.
Yeah, it was early. Very early.
Yeah?
So
I need like 3 coffees before I'm awake for the day.
yeah, we'll get you some chip counts at the break. They'll be on LAPCnews.com probably after we start up again.
Look at this guy.
What's that?
I said, look at this guy.
Tim Turn?
You.
What?
Putting chip counts up on LAPCnews.com on the
Yeah,
break.
well, I'll wait till other people do it.
Exactly. You're like, I'll wait till other people do the work, and then I'll take it and
Exactly.
I'll plagiarize. Is it plagiarizing? You can't plagiarize a chip count, can you?
No, because
See,
the chip counts are chip counts.
Here's a little secret. Here's my gift to you. Take Mickey Doff's chip counts and then just change a couple of numbers. Be like, I got this number, and it's like really close to yours. 23.5. I got 23.8.
We love Mickey Doft. Mickey Doft! He's looking around. He doesn't know we're talking to him.
See, this is the problem. This is the problem I have. When I count chips, I don't know. I cannot give an estimate. I have to count the chips down to the penny. I don't care. I don't care if it takes longer. I have to do it. And like a lot of people estimate it, which is probably better because you don't waste as much time. Especially when it doesn't really matter if it's 23.8 or 23.9. But I just can't do it. I can't do it. Gotta count down. What is the beeping coming from?
We
Is
have
there a fire alarm?
No, we have a cage.
Oh, cool. It's gonna get louder.
Here.
Awesome. Action.
Randy takes a pot there. Looks like he moved all in. Did not get called. Once again, we do apologize. We are
kill that table audio for a second. Just
yeah,
to get
we
rid of
are.
that
We
beep.
are downstairs in the
cascade
casino portion.
room.
Yeah, essentially, if you're familiar with the Commerce Casino, we're over by the stud games in the top portion of the room. The World Poker Tour crew is actually building the television set today up in the tournament area where we normally are.
I just popped up there. They're pretty far along.
Yeah,
I grabbed a nice little beverage.
They move right along. So
Moving right along.
But
These guys have built the set. God, I can't remember hundreds of times. It's funny too because you see these people building the set, and it's not people that are working in the tournament area, so you don't recognize the faces.
Looks like we might have an all-in here at the outer table. David Tuthill involved in this pot for sure.
Looks like he may be all in again.
Yeah, he might be. Looks like he's counting down his chips.
Take a look.
Tim Turn on the scene. Be Rob on his way over. I'll stay here on the mic with you. David Tuthill is all in. This is pre-flop here. About 350,000 is David Tuthill's all in. About 350. All right, about 350. Not sure who the action is on here.
Looks like the 7th seat. I'm sorry, don't know name. Green hat.
Oh, I believe that's Paul.
Yeah.
Let me double check. Pretty sure that's Paul Clan though. Yeah, that's Paul Clan. Came in second in chips today.
Looks like he raised it originally, and David moved in from the small blind. He just let his hand go, so David will win that pot.
Yep.
I would imagine he's somewhere around a little over 500,000.
Yep. Came into this day with 1,086,000 did David Tuthill. So he's taking a couple hits today, but slowly getting it back.
Sorry, David Tuthill picking up another nice pot, uncalled all in.
Was that was there a 3-bet pre-flop and then he shipped it, or how did that work?
Looked like they were on the flop, and he picked up another 250,000 or so on that pot.
Oh, it was after the flop.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was all in and went uncalled.
Gotcha. Excellent. Thank you. All right, we do have 15 players remaining here. Average chip stack just over $1 million, about 1,030,000. Blinds are 1224. I'm going to turn this room chatter is crazy loud. Crazy loud.
Yeah, we have a few big stacks in the room. Obviously, Toby Lewis still has quite a few.
Right.
Paul's our chip leader.
Paul Volpe is the chip leader right now?
No, not Paul Volpe. Paul Clan.
Oh, okay. I'm going to say, Paul Volpe can't be the chip leader right now.
No, not quite. He would need a double up and then a little bit. But it's really bunched up in the middle and towards the bottom. Like any of these players could easily be the chip leader in 10 minutes or out on the rail.
Right, and you can kind of see from what's happened today. Blake came in today 7th in chips. He's gone. Andrew Whitaker was 14th. Michael Winnett was 18th. So those two are low on the totem pole. But, Blake, you get involved in a couple pots, and it doesn't take much to slide down those chip counts.
Like on the opposite end, now is chipped way up.
Who's that?
Naoya.
Oh, yeah.
Kihara.
Yes. He has chipped way up. And that's even with doubling up Jeremy Osmus a few minutes ago. He's racking chips. I think we're going to... Did we lose somebody? Why are we balancing tables? Or are they just coloring him up? Maybe they're just doing a color up on him.
Yeah, we are still 15.
Okay.
Players.
I was going to say, there's no reason for them to be moving him to the other table. You can see Naoya Kihara racking up chips there. Those are the purple 1K chips. I'm going to get your flop fixed for you here. No, we did not lose somebody. They're just doing a color up on Kihara. He had a lot of 1K chips. They're going to get rid of some of those.
Those should, let's see, 12-24. Those should be coming off next level, actually, right? Going to go to 15-3.
Yes, they will be coming. So they're just doing some...
Sorry, 15-30.
Yeah, a little bit of housekeeping before we get to the break here, because we will be having a color up on the break.
So we actually do have it. Is that David Tuthill again?
Hey, Benzamini, if you know, I don't mind doing updates for people, but when you keep saying BZ, update fool, and stuff like that, you're not endearing to me. So play nice, all right?
Yeah, more flies with honey than vinegar. That'd be Queen of Hearts, 4 of Spades, 2 of Diamonds, 10 of Hearts, 9 of Hearts.
Here we got our flop fix for you there. We will see if we can get a chip count on Ben for you here momentarily. We are 15 minutes away from the break. We are going to get some full chip counts during the break for you on everyone. Yeah, Jen Harmon's come in here to check things out.
Yep, Jennifer making a very deep run, but it was a bit of a struggle for her. She just folded and folded and folded
she just
for
couldn't get
hours
anything
and hours.
going at all. At all.
Looks like we have a
Paul in this pot.
Yeah,
Looks
Paul
like
Volpe with a nice big bet here on the river.
Can't quite see who else is involved with this.
I will get you an update
All right.
in 20 seconds.
Thank you, sir.
Probably less.
Tim Turn going to go check out the table here. Jen talking to Matt Savage as we speak. Looks like Garrett Greer was involved in that pot, and Garrett folded.
Yep, Paul took a nice little pot off of Garrett there. The bet of 200 change.
Yeah, I'm probably not gonna ask Jen for an update on her show, because that's probably not the best of questions. Toby Lewis, I can get a. I'm just eyeballing his stack from here. Can't tell if he's got some orange on the bottom or not. Looks like he's still well over 1 million chips. He started the day with 1.8 million. Can't tell if he's got another stack of the pink 25K chips back there or not.
I believe he's got 2 on the bottom and then 1 big old tower.
So he's about probably over 2 million then, or right at 2 million at least.
Yeah,
if he's got 2 stacks on the bottom, then for sure.
I believe, yeah, those are the 2 chip leaders sitting right next to each other.
Yep. Oh, yeah. That is true. Yep, if WT has him at 2 million. That probably would be about right.
Yep.
As I mentioned, guys, we're going to have full chip counts for you here. Break time is in 13 minutes. We'll get you full counts on everybody. Get those up at lapcnews.com. Just hold on for a few more minutes and we'll get you all those. Now, question, Tim Turn. Jen Harmon. Are those running pants, leather pants, or parachute pants? Yeah, the fact you have to think about it should tell you enough.
I think they're like running pants, track pants.
That's what I was kind of thinking too. Yeah, I didn't see the bottom. They for sure are. Unique though.
A little bit different.
A little bit different. All right, 517 players started play. We are down to the final 15. $10,000 World Poker Tour LA Poker Classic main event. Matt Savage over here checking out the stream with you guys as we speak. God bless Matt Savage. I'll get you guys chip counts, seriously. I see you guys asking in the chat room for chip counts. I will get you guys chip counts in 12 minutes. We're going to be on break.
Until then, WPT Live updates. They're keeping great tabs. Pretty much every hand at this point. Only 2 tables left.
Yep. I always encourage you to go to worldpokertour.com and follow their live updates team. And they will, of course, be bringing you the live stream tomorrow.
You moved all in there, and I called. Oh my gosh, this flop is making me seasick.
Because it's so shaky.
Shaky cam.
Wavy cam.
So I just requested a ladder to come back. I'm going to try to zoom in the flop a little bit and see if that makes it better focused on this break. Because I think it's just too far away and it's not zoomed in enough. So
Really?
I just don't know why it would be blurry like that. So I'm going to try to fix it for you guys. My apologies. I hate when I have to set up 5 minutes before the tournament starts, but it is what it is.
Fernie, I will let Savage know that. All right.
I was over there asking for the ladder, and Squeaky said, "How's the chat today?" And I was like, I'm not really paying attention to the chat. I haven't really seen it.
Right.
He was fat. He's just busted out of the tournament, and he's asking how the chat's doing.
Just wants to know how the chat's going.
Doesn't he look like what he's wearing? Doesn't he look like he's like a superhero or like a villain or something like that? Like he should be in a comic book.
Yeah,
he's wearing green pants and like a white T-shirt with a bunch of green print and then like a sweater vest on top.
Yeah, he's having an issue with the. I can mention a little bit about what they were talking about. He's having an issue getting his payout done because he's having all his different backers like sign for their portions. So
right. Which is not
8 different people he's having signed.
Yeah.
So
and he's very lucky that he has Sam Quinto working here because a lot of places, for example, the World Series just won't even deal with that. You got to sign for the whole thing.
You
and it's up to you.
It's your responsibility.
And you know, I've had tournaments where I've had to pay out people, and really, it's I don't want to say the word disrespectful, but it's you're making the staff do just a ton of paperwork when really you can just do it on your own with your own tax accountant later on. But
Sam Q is the best, though.
Sam Q will do whatever he can.
Happy,
yeah,
so.
He really is the best.
Looking over here at I don't think we've lost a single player in this 8-game mix today.
No?
No, I think we came into the day with 12.
We started the day with 12?
I believe so.
I thought it was 14.
I think we started.
That was the starting table?
Nope. Yeah, this is the starting. Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
12 players started. This was the starting table.
When you listed all the players, I didn't realize that they were all in one table already.
Yeah.
I thought they just combined into one. Wow. How did I not see that before?
Yeah, if you missed it before, the one table in the 8-game mix consists of Mike Lee, Brian Brubaker, who is that over there? Chad Brown, Amnon Philippi, Jonathan Duhamel, and John Raciner.
And if you don't know, I guess Brian Brubaker would probably be the least well-known of those players, but he's won just tournament after tournament in this room. I mean,
yeah, if you If you follow poker at all, you know who Brian Brubaker is. If you follow the LAPC stream at all, you definitely know who Brian Brubaker is, because he's only on the final table like every other day.
Every other day. He really is on the final table every other day. It's insane.
Yeah, Squeaky busted 16th, Andrew Whitaker 17th, and Blake busted 18th, for those of you who missed the action so far.
We're down to 15 players. We're going to be playing down to the final 6, who will play the television WPT set tomorrow. And we don't know what time that's going to go till.
Let me get a...
What do you need? You want a chip count?
Well, I was just... Oh, what just happened here?
I don't know.
Does the chat look different all of a sudden? My chat just went all funhouse mirrors. It's like all bright now.
Yeah.
Looks like we got a big pot going here at our
go investigate.
table. B-Rob over to check out the action. You can see him on the bottom left of your screen there.
We have an all-in from the button, seat 2. And it's on the big blind in seat 4.
All right. So
he gives it up.
Alex Vanovsky has moved all in. Action is on, you said the 4 seat?
He folds.
That is Gary Lent.
He
wins. Folds.
Not a big pot, just an all-in, uncalled. They're having a good time, though.
Why talk him into it?
Why can't we hear him?
You're really soaking the camera. Yeah, that was what I was trying to do.
Jesse Agnew doubled up again, and Matt Savage has fantastic breath. I gotta get whatever. What are you chewing? Gum? Breath mints? Your breath smells fantastic. You breathed all over me when you told me Jesse. I didn't mind it. That was great.
What's that mean? Talking to me?
Yep. Message is delivered to Savage, but he seems a little confused.
Oh yeah, Fernie's just shaking his head because he said he's working, and I'm putting air quotes with my fingers right now. Working.
I see him. Air quotes. Tomorrow. But wait, what time does the final table start?
Not till like 4:30.
So why can't you do something at 10?
I don't know. Probably go to. It's got to be in makeup before then.
No amount of makeup's gonna fix that.
There's no amount of makeup in the
6
world.
6 minutes left till break, and I see no ladder. Brandon working furiously to get a ladder out here.
I think it's in that room. Does he check through that door? Check through that door.
Well, he's telling somebody. I don't know.
All right.
If there's one through that door, I'm going to get it myself. Try to fix that flop camera, make it a little bit sharper for you.
Yep, we are less than 6 minutes till the break here. Still 15 players remaining. Action has been relatively slow today. We haven't.
We might hit a dinner break.
We might.
If it goes this slow. Pace. Yeah.
Although the way these normally happen is it slows down and then we'll get a rush of losing 3 or 4 players right in a row. Oh!
Matt's saying right now we're not taking a dinner break, I think.
It is time for dealer roulette, ladies and gentlemen.
Dealer roulette.
For those of you new to us here on the stream, this is something we do every time we get a new dealer in the box. Drink him if you got him.
Dealer roulette.
All right.
We're trying to see if they can hit the flop box. You see that little slightly highlighted box on your screen? That's on the felt for them to put the flop out, but sometimes they just don't see it.
We give them one hand,
one flop,
with no instruction to see if they can figure it out.
We really got to get them on the pulling in the cards for the all-ins and the calls.
Yeah,
too,
we'll work on that.
Matt Savage.
Tell them before they get it. Right in front of you.
Wait till this hand's over, though. We got to wait till this hand's over. You can't say anything before this hand's over.
Who?
You.
Why?
Because we're playing dealer roulette. Hold on. Savage is going to mess us up and say something to the dealer.
No, he's not.
He's not. He's not. All right. All right.
Put
All
it
right.
in there. He doesn't want 4 burn cards on his hand.
Yeah, you're right. He doesn't. All right. Looks like some
David
action.
Tuthill winning another pot on the other table. Man, he's had an interesting day. It's been a roller coaster. And dealer roulette is good.
Wow. How about that?
All right.
For lack of another sound to
That's
play
a
with,
terrible
that's a good
one.
one.
That's like this. That's the start of the game, man. That's the start of the game.
All right, pick me a better sound then for when the dealer gets it right.
Looks like we're balancing tables. Did we
Did
lose
we
a
lose
player?
a player? Let's check here. Looks like we have. We have lost.
Looks like we lost. Looks like we lost a player.
Ah, bad news for the Ben fans. He has been eliminated.
And we are balancing tables, so we'll be pulling a player off this table.
We'll get
and
some
bring
details
him
on the
over.
hand at ASAP. But
Tim Turner is here to tell us all about the elimination hand.
All I can tell you is that, yeah, David Tuthill now sitting on a mountain of chips after eliminating Ben Zamani in 15th place.
Looks like David Tuthill eliminated him with Ace Queen. We didn't see it. Ben's hand.
What a day for David Tuthill, huh?
I know. I was just saying that he started out pretty decent and then took a pretty big hit, and then is bouncing right back. Shows you a little bit of composure after a stinging beat like that. And still got a chance.
Oh wow! Just like
I know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got to fix the clock. Make it 14 players, please.
Yep. Jeremy Osmus is going to be the one moving over to balance the tables at 7 and 7.
7 and 7, please. Yes, I'd love one.
Waitress.
7 and 7.
Need to lose 8 more players today before we set our final table of 6 and bag it up.
Paul trying to cover his P on his hat for some reason.
Probably get 1 or so more hands left. Just closing in on a minute left in this level.
Where's the clock here? Okay. I just don't know how accurate. It's accurate. It is accurate. So 1 minute left in this level. At 12:24, they'll take a break, come back, I assume play 15:30 with a 5.
It seems to be the case.
And they're coloring up the 1Ks,
coloring up
racing
the
them off.
1Ks in about 45 seconds.
Loving it. You saw the tournament staff trying to rack some up earlier and get rid of them, so there's not as many to race off. Seeing a flop here. Deuce, ace, deuce, 2 spades. Still don't see a ladder.
where is that ladder? We are 17 seconds from the break.
We're actually a little bit long because we got to race off, but it would be nice to see a ladder.
I know they'll get it done in 15 minutes. For sure.
Quicker than that. The phone keeps buzzing too. I wonder if Brandon's texting me. Matt Affleck back on the rail. He's got a lot of interest in this tournament. He keeps coming by.
Well, it's because
checking up on
Brewbaker's.
him. Oh, he's checking that one?
Yeah, he's checking Brewbaker.
Ah.
Him and Brian Brewbaker, good friends,
yeah.
obviously. Sweating Brew.
How'd you like to see a Brian Brubaker, Jonathan Duhamel heads up match?
That would be awesome.
Wouldn't that be great for us?
That would be a great heads up match.
I'd love to see that.
Maybe this could end early and we could stream that then.
Oh, that'd be sick. I would stick around for that.
I would too.
Two of the nicest guys in poker.
Oh, yeah.
Just hanging out,
100%.
playing poker. I'm going to go seek out that ladder as you bring us in a break there.
All right, yeah, we're gonna
what's going on, man?
hop off the stream here, but we got about 14 minutes left in the break. We'll get you some chip counts here as soon as the break is concluded. Blinds are going to be going to 15,000, 30,000 with a 5K ante. Matt Savage and the tournament officials are currently racing off the 1K chips. Meanwhile, I'm Who Jedi, he's V-Rob, and you're watching LAPC Live.